Phones are there now. So I'm sure they're having a grand old time. We miss them, but we'll be with them one day.
Okay, good morning, everybody. We are ready to talk about probably one of my favorite topics. If not my favorite topics are numbers, numbers, and numbers. Um, it's interesting when I was, just to tell you how nerd I was, when we were in high school, some people were playing the crosswords. I was going to my math book and playing with the math problems. That was for me, the crosswords. I used to love working with numbers. And that's, of course, follow me. It's interesting because although I am analytical, that's not my main personality. When Christine Peterson was talking about the personality the last 2 days, it's not the main personality. But when it goes to numbers, whoa, I can go really deep in numbers and physics and things like that. I can go deep in all that stuff. But the reason I loved when I saw the first time the whole network marketing, because I had been approached before, but I didn't understand it. What changed my mind is I start calling ads because I read in a magazine about network marketing. Nobody approached me to join that company. I actually had to call ads until finally somebody answered, and he said to me, "Okay, I'm sending you a video. Make sure you watch the video. It comes with a brochure, etc." And the guy was in California. I was living in Florida at the time, and I talked to him probably like noontime in Florida, my time. And then about 6 o'clock, somebody knocked at the door with a video and said, "Holy cow, what happened?" And then it's because he happened to have somebody that lived like 2 miles away from me, was very close, and called that person, and the person brought with a VHS and I'm sure everybody remember those big boxes, the VHS. And right away, because I wanted to start some kind of business, I put it in, played, and he was a guy, his name is called Mark Barrett. He's a multimillionaire in network marketing today. At the time, he was ready, making over 100,000 a month, and we are talking in the 90s, imagine. And he was just his head and a whiteboard on the side. He talked for an hour. But I was intrigued when he started talking about the numbers. He said, "You bring five," and they were talking about five. "You bring five, those five is 25, 125, 625, 3,125, 15,000, and then all the way to 75,000. And he put that number. And you add all that. And if only 10% of that's happening, you are going to make at least 10, 20,000 a month. And I'm thinking, wow, because I know numbers don't work. If you work enough, the numbers eventually they are going to work on you. And I repeat that video like 3 times. And again, it was close to an hour, although I repeat mostly the number side because at first he's talking about the company. That was News King, for those of you who want to know what company was. And they still use today the 525, 125 sample because in order to get to certain ranks, you have to have 5 people active that are leaders. And it's a whole story anyway. But anyway, and I stuck with me the numbers. I said, whoa, the numbers work. And it's why I love network marketing because the numbers work. The numbers always are going to work in your favor. There's no way around. Numbers always work. Keep that in mind. Work always is the same. 2 plus 2 equal 4, doesn't matter where. You can write it in any language. You can write it in code, like a binary code that's 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, and whatever. Everything it always is going to be the same. And that's why I know the numbers work. It's just a question of timing. Um, because sometimes if we say, for example, 2% of the people, 3% of the people are where you're going to find most of the top leaders. It's true. But that doesn't mean that the first 100 people, exactly you're going to have three. Because you may not have anybody, but in the next 100, you get six. It's still the numbers work. The percent always work. It's just in a short, or the opposite. The first 100, you find six, but then you don't find anybody for the next 200. It could work the other way around. We never know. It's why numbers always work. It's why Marcure, one of the things that he said, actually, something that he didn't say the last time, but when Jeff Smith, who was his sponsor in USANA, when he sponsored him, he said, well, come back to me when you have at least 500 no's. Because he knew in 500 presentations, he was going to find the people that were going to start him making money because the numbers never lie. And he started when he hit 10,000 a month, he still had not gone through the 500 no's yet. And he was telling the same thing, the people that he was sponsoring, the same thing, go through 500 no's. And if a person says, oh, the business is not working, how many people you talk? 10. I talk to everybody. How many? Oh, 10. No, you have to go through the big numbers because that's when they start working in your favor. And that's why Jeff told, Jeff was also my upline in USANA, although we were in different legs. I was in USANA after I left Niskin, etc. But that's the thing. Numbers always work. And one of the cool things about our pay plan is that numbers are very simple. That's one of the advantage of binaries. Binaries, we work only two teams. Binary number in the computer world is the simplest number, the basic numbers, make of two numbers, 0 and 1. This is in the computer world. And when all those messages that are sent to space to try to connect with the higher intelligence, they're reading in binary code because they believe that somebody's intelligent eventually is going to find out what the zeros and the one means. And because you can write letters and everything on that. That's the way that the basic coding, the 0, 1, or 1, 0, 0, 0, whatever you want to. Of course, there are softwares, etc., and programs, but that's the basic, the whole basics. But anyway, let me share my screen. I'm going to talk about this topic. It's my favorite. I wish more people we have on Saudis because this is definitely very important. Now, the power of the compensation plan. Okay, I can see it. Yeah, perfect. Now, this is for anybody. It doesn't matter if you want to earn a few $100s or a tons of dollars. The reason we talk about the huge money too is talking about the potential. Of course, we are not guaranteeing everybody that's going to do that because it depends on you, depends on the circumstances, etc. You cannot guarantee anything on this business. This is in any business. When you get into real estate, the same thing. There are people in real estate that make 7 or 8 figures per year, but the majority never sell a house during the year. As a matter of fact, I was looking at the numbers, and less than around 65% of the people don't renew the license the first year. That's an example. Something happened. And today it's even harder because different new rules that are in the real estate industry. If you are connected to real estate, probably you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, however, definitely when we do the numbers, eventually they have to work. It's a question of consistency. And our pay plan is like picking up coins. I don't know how many of you play video games, but I remember my first video game that was ping pong or something like that. Pick, pock. But anyway, eventually I got a lot of video games until a few years ago, several years ago. But it's like picking up coins in a game. But the strategy is simple because the way that the pay plan is set up, and we are going to go into that in a second. Now, this is the first way to make money. This is like an affiliate program. As a matter of fact, I've been suggesting the company to use the word affiliate program. A lot of people understand affiliate program is just that you sign as an affiliate and you like a product and you recommend to somebody and you get a commission. And that's the way that this plan works. And the cool thing is when you share the product with somebody, you get paid a commission that could be Eternal $32, Collagen $17. And if the order gets to 2 o'clock or before Mountain Time, you get paid the following day. That's really good. Cool. That's the fastest way to make money in our business. And by the way, always in network marketing, the fastest way to make money is when you sell something. Now, it's not, that doesn't mean that you are going to just focus on sales, because when you are telling the whole picture, you are going to have customers and you're going to have people that are going to join the business. That is a natural progression. It's not like you just focus on customers because I want to make a lot of money. No, you can, okay, talk to somebody about the product, but at the same time, tell the whole story. It's his or her choice become a brand ambassador or customer. But this is the fastest way to make money because, again, you can get paid the following day. A person just joined. Guess what? The next they recommend to somebody, they buy a few products, and voila. We have probably like 7 customers. People are not in the brand ambassador. The interesting thing is that 4 of them, they sign up on their own. It's just that we are promoting and they say, okay, let me look at the website. And then I suddenly see there was a sale. Of course, I call them back because I want to make sure that they know the whole story. And some of them convert to distribute, but there are 7 that are not. And they order, and I'm okay with that. One of them orders 800 points in products in the first order. I said, okay, hold on a second. You could become a... But I said, no, I just bought a bunch for me and my family, whatever. Okay, that's the choice. But the cool thing is that 800 points, that was about $1,500 in products. Guess what? The commission that I got, if it was a combination of product, but let's suppose that was, as an example, that was 5 Visage, that could be around. That means that just in that is $165 that I made. I don't remember how much I made exactly, but it's an example. And paid the following day. Do you think I was excited? Even if you're making thousands a week, even if it's $10, well, the minimum is $17, you get excited. Whoa, where did it say? When you look in the back office and then you say that $17 were deposited, they say, wow, where'd that come from? Or sometimes you know because you talk to somebody. That's really cool. I love this part because it's very important. And I always, the idea is if you can have 5 customers all the time, it's cool because, or more, but that means that you're talking to a lot of people. My goal always is to build a team, not to sell. However, side effect is selling. And it's not bad, by the way. The next part that you make money fast is by selling the packages or products when somebody joins, because you get a bonus. With the intro pack for 100 points, that's the minimum that you want to sign somebody up. You get $25 all the way to $350. And this is cool too, although this is not paid the next day, it's paid the following week. That's really quick. Now, most pay plans pay usually monthly, but we are paying hold on a second, there's somebody was trying to get in, and they got in the wrong zone. Tell them to go to the different. But the idea is that you get paid the following week. I mean, and I love this part because this is fast money. We sign up on the first week, but I don't want you to compare with me, by the way. We have been in this business for so long, etc. But we invite tons of people to our home, and we have in the home over probably 25, actually more. We have over 50 people, but 20, there were couples, etc. 21 got the founder pack. Just multiply. That was in our first week. That means it was over $7,000. We made the first month like $15,000 because there were other things that happened. But it's because we have been in the business before. We invite all our neighbors, the parents of the kids that are neighbors that went to school, etc. And we have the house full adult. And we just said, we are doing an open house. I want to introduce you to the business. I would love to have your support. We didn't invite networkers or anything like that. We wanted to test something. What if we invite people that had never been in our business? The only person that was in the business before with us was Eden's sister and her brother-in-law. They are the only ones. And they came just to support us because they said, oh, I don't want to get into that anymore. And it's funny because at the end of the meeting, my brother-in-law called me and he said, can you put us before all of them? And now they have a whole leg, over 1 million points. And for those of you that have been in business for a while, do you mean what that means? You know what that means. Okay, and these are the 2 fastest ways to make money, the retail and the PIB. Now, let's go to the next one. Oh, before I go, the customer program has something really cool that we don't talk much about that. For example, Well, first of all, the brand ambassador, when you order for 6 months in Smart Ship, then you go every 6 months, you get a $100 reward certificate that you can use to buy products. The customer is interesting. Not only they get $33 in certificate when they spend $300, but every time they refer somebody, they get a $10 certificate that they can use for the next order. Now, many people say, okay, my customer, let's call it John, refer to Mary, and Mary bought, and he got the $10 certificate. Now, where did she go? Because John is not a distributor, he's not a brand ambassador. Mary, when she ordered, guess what? Who get the full commission? You. Like if you sponsor that person, even that the customer was referred by John, because he cannot make money, because a customer cannot make money, then it has to be registered as a distributor, and that's according to the law, to the FTC laws. Uh, a customer cannot make money. They can get certificate, rewards, cashback, things like that, but they cannot get commissions. And then that customer become our customer. It's like if we let's suppose Mary ordered $100, you get $20. Just an example, 20, it's close to 25%, $25. That's really cool, and can go infinity. Mary refers somebody that's just a customer, the same thing. Now, something that I want to point out, customers, they are in the tree, but they cannot get commissions because, again, we have to differentiate these FTC laws. We have to differentiate people that are customers and people that are not customers. But they are in the tree because one day that customer said, you know what? You call the customer, hey, you have like 100 people under you. You could be making money. Many people are going to say, I don't care, I buy the product, because it happened to me. We have 7 people, like I said, and they, even that they're in the tree, and I think all of them, maybe except the last one, they have people under them and they don't care. Although we have the customer that did, they changed into brand ambassador. But other ones are going to say, other one is going to say, you know what? I love the product. Let me start sharing the product. And I already have people under me. Of course, let's do it. And then they just do the transfer. But anyway, this is the first part. Okay, that's cool. Now, the biggest money, especially now, is in building the team, and it's normal. It's like if you are in any business and you become the manager, and when you become the manager, you have people under you, and you are getting a commission on every person that's selling under you. And this is the same that other business. The difference here is that you are an independent contractor. And then every person that you sponsor, you start making money. And eventually you're going to make more money. It's like a manager. A manager has 100 people, salespeople working for him or her is going to make more money than the salesperson. Definitely. Because getting a cut on every commission on every person. This is the same here. You're creating a team. Obviously, you're going to make more money. Doesn't make it makes sense. Think about in the long term. Maybe at the beginning, somebody's selling a lot of products and you have 5 people, but that person selling a lot of products making more than you. But eventually, the team is going to make you more money. And this is the way that works. We have only 2 legs, left and right. When you sponsor one on the left, one on the right, you create 2 banks, one bank on the left and one bank on the right. And let's suppose that one hit 300 points in volume and the other one 600, or the other way around could be there's a total of 600. That's what we call a cycle. And the reason they did that is because you can get paid unlimited levels. Unlimited levels. That means that it's better than 7 levels, 6 levels. I think Mary Kay and Breakaway is 3 levels. It's way better than get paid on levels because you don't have limits. The only limit is the max that you can earn is $27,000 per week. Obviously, that's a lot. It's funny that when I've been saying this for a while, and about 4 months ago, I found the first person that he said to me, I don't like limits, 27,000 a week. I don't like limits. And I asked him, well, what is the most that you ever make in a year? Well, like $80,000. Well, this is over $1 million, but still, I don't like limits. Well, you don't have limits really because you have also the matching bonus, other ways that you never had limits. You can make way more than that. As a matter of fact, we have already 3 people in our company that are making more than that. But and now you can get up to $45 per cycle. Again, You get one time 300, 600, or 600, 300, kaching. Anything that's left, because if you have 400 on one side and 600 in the other one, there are going to be 100 left. Stay there as long as you are active forever. You never lose that volume. And that's what this is one of the advantages of having that. One leg eventually is going to overcome the other one. It's normal. But you don't want that volume to get lost because you are not qualifying. Keep accumulating, waiting for the other leg because many times switch. Especially when I started in binary, that was the company I was before, that was there for 15 years. I switched at least 100 times until eventually one really took over. But sometimes one was taking over and then suddenly, no, like 6 months later, the other one exploded bigger and then they keep switching until one day that was so much on one leg that they couldn't switch anymore. But I didn't care. I was making a lot of money. We were making around $1 million a year. That's not bad. But what I mean, and this plan is way better because in the other one, we were getting paid $13,500 per week per position. That means half of this, exactly half of this. Interesting per week. But anyway, but this is powerful. Think about that. The cool thing is that you don't have to have a super high rank to make a lot of money in this plan. Because if you happen to have one person on the left and one person on the right that are building, guess what? That you didn't even sponsor. Let's suppose that Bob is not doing much, but sponsor somebody that's called, I don't know, Daniel, and Daniel explode the business. You didn't bring Daniel. And let's suppose that you have Sue on the other side, and Sue didn't explode the business. Let's suppose that you put somebody, remember, there are only two legs. You can put people on the left or on your right. The first two are already occupied. Somebody that you put under Sue, explode the business. Was not even put there by somebody from Sue's team. And suddenly you have two legs going like a I don't know, like a train going downhill. Whatever you want to do, you cannot stop that train. Even if you say, no, I know about the money. Stop. It's not gonna stop. And that's what happened. As soon as you have two people that are really going strong, one on each leg, you cannot stop it. There's no way. We talked about numbers before. The more people you connect, the more people you have in the team, the more chances are that somebody is going to come there and somewhere in your team. That's the beautiful thing about this part. Again, you don't have to have a special rank. Just make one. Make sure you have one on the left, one on the right. And by the way, the more people you sponsor, the numbers work in your favor. That's simple. It's a numbers game, like in anything. You are in the real estate business and you're creating a team. A person that has a team of 100 people probably has got the chances to have a much bigger office than a person that has 10. Simple. Because they have more people reaching more people. It's a numbers game. And by the way, you can place people. Let me make sure I can answer some of the question. You can it's automatic. The default goes into the smaller leg. However, you can do it manually, or you can actually go to settings, and in settings you can force people on one side, even if it's the strongest leg. But the way that's set up is automatic goes into the leg that you need the volume. And you can do it manually too. Yeah, I agree. You can do it manually either way. And by the way, you make a mistake, you put the person in the wrong side, you can send an email to customer service and they can change that person. But you don't wait a month or anything like that. Do it fast, because if you wait too long, maybe they can't. It depends on what's happening in your group. Just do it within 72 hours, I always say. When I find that right away, obviously, don't wait. But anyway, this part of the plan by itself is amazing, because that was in the company that I was before. This was where most of our money was coming. It's good to have this part, but then we have one more. But before I go this is the secret of this business. Bring two, help them to bring two, and repeat the process. Now we are going to talk about later about promotion that you can go even faster. But this is the basic: bring two, help them to bring two, repeat the process. That's why it's called binary. Just two. Bring two, help them to bring two, repeat the process. And the more people you bring, eventually, when you have your 10 people, the happy 10, actually, Christine called it the board of directors of 10 people that are building the business with you, but they are in your two legs. They are not in different legs. They are on the left or on the right. That's the cool thing. And the potential is enormous. Here we have an example. Let's suppose that you have, and this is just an example, by the way. It's funny because some people say, "Oh, you are telling me that if I bring two people, I become millionaire." No, I didn't say that. What I said, this is an example of the power of geometric progression. Now, to find those two people that duplicate, probably you have to go through a lot of people. But let's suppose that we have months 1 through 12, and you sponsor two, and now those two sponsor two more. That would be four. And then the second month, the third month, those four sponsor two is eight. When we go at the end of the whole thing, it's over 8,192 people. The reason I like to show this example is because show you the power of leverage. How many people did you bring in this example personally? Just two. We have in the oh wow, balloons. But that doesn't happen all the time. When I say two, sometimes the balloons come in. Let me tell you one thing. In the company I was before, I had close to 1 million people. I didn't know 1 million people in 15 years. This didn't happen overnight. We sponsor about 140, 150 people in those 15 years, about 10 per year, less than one a month. However, we have tons of people. Why? Six of them, maybe five or six of them were responsible, 90% of that people. Because they were bringing a lot of people, leaders, they were spending all over the world. I have people in almost every country that we were in that company. And I didn't know people in most of those countries. That's the cool thing. But this is the power. And now the reason that many people say, well, how do you get the 40,000 per month? You get, let's suppose that the smart ship is 100 points. That is ordering 100 points, 119,000 points. You divide it by 900. Remember, 300, 600 equal 900. And then you see how many cycles you have. I multiply it for 45. And that's the way that we come with the number. But this, again, is an example. But the reason I love to have it is because the power of leverage that you can have. Now, this is brilliant. I didn't have this in the other company. If I have this, we would be matching with at least 25, 30,000 people. And I said, people, imagine if I was getting only $10 a week for each person. And I have 40 people in my team that earn over $1 million. And we didn't have this. This is so powerful. And the reason is because it's brilliant, because it's more encourage you for people that you sponsor to make money. If they don't make money, you don't get this extra money. This is the power of this part of the Payplan. That means that if you sponsor, let's suppose that Freda sponsor Craig, and Craig is making whatever money, but let's suppose 20,000 a month. Now, Freda, because she sponsored Craig, and she has the 10 happy 10. When you have 10 people that you personal sponsor, that could be a combination of customers or brand ambassador, you get 30%. That means that just in Craig is making $6,000 every month, $72,000 a year, just in one person, not in his team, just on him. This is separate of this. This is just on him. Now, Craig is keep growing, and he is the max plan is the 6, 7 star, making over $1 million a year. 30% of that is $300,000 just on Craig. Nobody else, just on him. Wow. When somebody comes to me and says, George, I ain't going to make more money than you, do you know what I say? Let's do it. Just do it. Now, it doesn't stop there. When Craig brings some people, and a person that's making a lot of money has a lot of people making a lot of money, because that's the only way that you are going to have it. He could have two people doing the same thing that he's earning. Let's suppose I ain't going to go all the way up. The $1 million, that's 2 million. Two people, 1 million, another 1 million that are making in his first level, that would be your second level, or our second level. And it's 15% on each of them. It's 15,000 plus 50, 150 plus 150 is 300,000 more. $900,000 just in 3 people. When I asked Kim Wee how she was earning over $1 million per month in the company that she came before, she said, I have 6 leaders that were making over $1 million a year. And I have many people making 500 to the personals. My matching bonus was 80% of my check. I didn't have this in that other company. It's why if I apply the same numbers, that means I would be making like 500,000 a month, 600,000, who knows? In that other company, 6, 7, 8, $10 million a year. No. It's just that thinking about that and go all the way up to 7 levels. This part is so smart because to make sure that you are working with the person. Doesn't matter if the person is in your strong leg. For example, do you think I want Kimberly to make a lot of money? She's my strong leg. Of Christine? Of course, I work with them. Also, they are nice. That's why I work with them. But I work with everybody. Doesn't matter what leg they are. The same with Freda. Doesn't matter where they are, or Craig or anybody, because you are, first of all, I always have done it. Even when I was in the other company, I didn't have that. Even if I have a strong that was like a railroad, like a train going downhill, still I work well always with both teams because I like to create depth. Even if I'm not making more money in that leg, at least I'm creating a so solid leg that doesn't matter, that goes deep in volume. But with this, they are rewarding you for that too. And that is what makes the plan even more powerful. And this is pay every week. Person make $5,000 or this week or $500, you get 20 to 30%. I like to talk about the 30%. And again, this is an example, but show you what could happen when you are working with people that start earning money. Because the pay plan is simple, because people say, what is the strategy? You have only 2 legs. Bring 2 people, help them to bring 2, and repeat the process. That's the only strategy. When you go into a plans that are more complex, where people are breaking away from you, etc., it's sad. But in some plans, you don't want people to succeed because they are going to break away from you and you're going to make less money or no money at all. Here, you want your people to make money. You're routing for them. You're never going to lose anybody. Powerful. Now, we had the 3% leadership bonus when you become a 4-star and when you become a founder. And I heard that founders, we are getting very short. They didn't tell me about number, but we are going to know more probably in January. I had the feeling that we are going to very, 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 very close to finish the founders. But anyway, or maybe they have an announcement December 14. I wonder if that's going to be part of the announcement too. But anyway, that 2% is very powerful because what they do is 2% on the sales, not on the profits. I have here on the profit, but it's actually, well, it's 2% of the sales. We call it profit share, but actually it's on the sales. We have to change that language because it's on the sales. And then they divide them on the people that are qualified as founders. And there are 2 ways to basically to qualify when you come with a founder package and when you have 5 people that are active with at least 60 points, you are qualified. You have 1 share, and 1 share right now is not paying a lot. Could be between $2 to $5 per share per week. And that's not a lot of money. And let's suppose that the average is 3. If you multiply by 100 by 52 weeks, it's about $150 a year. But think about this. You put about $2,100 and you're getting $150 every year extra. On top of that, you got all the products. I think that it's like an investment and it's giving you better interest than a regular account or investment. Think about that. Now, if you have 2 shares, and how do you get more shares? Is when somebody, your group is putting 2,000 points. For every 1,000 points, excuse me, when you get 1,000 points, you get another share. That would be 2 shares. Now it's only $300 a year. And this is with the sales the way they are now. Then when you have 3,000 points a week in your group, in your team, it's only 3 shares, 3 more shares. That would be 4 actually, 3 more shares. That's 4 now. 4 times 150, that's $600. Think about the return that you're getting, the more shares you get. And now those shares, as soon as we don't have more founders, we're going to start seeing climbing because not right away. But after a while, it's climbing because there are no new people being accepted. And also, it's normal. Some people quit. And that group is going to get smaller. Just I want you to think about it. It's very interesting. No, we had different trips. We had the Vietnam and Cabo. You can do either one or both, but you qualify for one of them. But you can, and then we had the six-star trip. That's something that my wife and I we're starting to work with. I was feeling left out when I saw Kiwi having lobster some way in Barbados and in that yacht, etc. I was feeling very left out. Seriously, I was jealous. I didn't realize I was going to get some jealous. So why she is doing that? Because she's a six-star and up. But I definitely I want. I have a friend that's a huge networker. He lives in Monaco. Monaco is one of the most expensive, by the way, countries in the world, and he can live there because he made like $7 million a year. No? But I want to meet with him because his company is not doing too well, but still is doing well. But you never know. Yeah, Kimberly said, "Yeah, I want to go to. Right, let's do it. Let's work with the numbers. Remember, it's a numbers game. Even if a person is starting out now, you never know what could happen in the next 6 months because it's about 6 months qualification that get you into the qualification from France and Monaco. It's why people say you never know. Sometimes people disqualify before the race started, and that happens in sports a lot. Oh, I'm competing with these people. They are much better than me. I'm happy to just be here in the Olympics, but I know I'm not going to get a medal. Many people think like that. That's thinking. I think they call it stinking thinking. But anyway, now happy tree, and I'm going to close with this. This is a really cool contest that started on Monday and goes all the way to December 31st. Little advertisement. The 30th is my birthday, but doesn't matter. But it goes until and it's really cool. It's Happy Tree. Now we talk about sponsoring 2 and 3. Let me show you this example. Just going 2 levels. We talk about bring two, helping to bring two is 4, 8, 16. Look the difference with 3. At the end of 7 months, you have 254 with when you sponsor 222. And the other one, you have 3,279. And if people are just buying the eternal, that's 60 points. Look at the difference between $765 check and 9,810. That's not cool. One more. One more. That's it. Yeah, every time I play with the numbers, I love it. And I can go to 2 more and 3 more, but yeah, let's not go crazy. Just one more. One more. And the way that works is very simple. When you sponsor 3 people and those 3 people have a total combined volume of 2,000 points, and that's the fastest way to achieve it if it happen to be people that upgrade to the Founder Pack or came with the Founder Pack, because Founder Pack is 740 points. 3 of them is over 2,000 points. Then you get a $200. You can do it up to 3 times. That would be $600. Plus, you have the PABs and the cycles. Now, I've been telling Daniel, we have to have something like that for the pay plan as part of the pay plan. They say, well, let's think about it. They say, no, let's do it. They say, no, let's think about it. Okay, let's think about it. He's the owner. He's the one that owns the baseball. I cannot play baseball with. It's like when you're a kid. Oh, he's the one that has the boats, the baseball bats and the balls. Sorry. But anyway, but this is really cool because you earn the $600 plus you are getting PIVs because every founder you get $350 plus you're getting cycles because you have enough volume there. And it has tier 1. The second tier is when you help any of those 3 up to 3. When you help 3 of them to get their 3, guess what? You get $500 for each of the people, for all of them. Anyway, you can repeat this 3 times. That will be $1,500. And this is plus PAB, plus cycle, plus matching bonus. What is interesting, when you do the whole cycle, you're going to get commissions everywhere. And the PABs and cycles and matching bonus because they're making money. And you get a matching bonus on them. It's really cool and really simple. And it works with the way that our pay plan is because it's 600, 300, it's 2/3, 1/3. It's like having 2 people on one side, one in the other one. And that's why I love to have these numbers. It works very perfectly. It's simple. And again, the build in the business is simple. Now we can switch from two, bring two. Let's bring, what if we switch three, bring three? We just did one little change, one more person. Now, that's what the pay plan is. It's simple. But again, you can start with the basics. Bring two, help them to bring two, repeat the process. You can go at any speed. Doesn't matter. Although success definitely loves speed. Numbers love speed. The faster you do something, the numbers multiply much faster because it becomes geometric growth. There's no reason not to happen. But something that I wanted to close with, you don't need to be full time on this. You can check the video that I did a couple of weeks ago that I placed with Mark Yarnell. He talks about if you focus in 1 or 2 hours a day, in 1 hour a day, you can go through 15 people because the only purpose of connecting with people is inviting them to a presentation. And today, with the app, it's even better. And by the way, this is so cool about the app. Before you have a presentation, for example, and then that you saw a star, for example, King Weed, let's suppose that did an amazing presentation on one of their business presentation on Monday. Now you can get the link, put it in your app, send it to somebody, and you know where the person opened the video. Cool. Before you were sending the link, but you didn't know if the person could lie to you. Oh yeah, I watched the whole video. But then when you send the link, you know if the person opened it or not.
Hey, George, I've got a question on that. Is there a way in the app, and I haven't played around with it enough to know, the landing page off Legacy? Is there a way to put that into our app where we can send it and still see if they viewed it?
Yes, you can do. Actually, we're working in something really cool. But yes, you can send. You can get the link, and in the part I showed this morning, and the part. Let me stop a second the sharing because I want to make sure this stays just for a pay plan. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me share again because that's a very cool question. Okay, MacBook.
Because I was looking for that link I found, but I was looking for the one that you suggested 2 Saturdays ago to send to new prospects, was the one with the Roushes where their talk.
Yes.
And
Yes,
that's
let me do it again because it's freezing again. I don't know why it freezes sometimes. My phone, it's my phone. I need a brand new phone. Okay, all right. Let me start again. Okay. Oh, I think it's doing it this time. Let me share. Okay, all right. Now let me share my phone. All right, okay. Now let's do the app. I think that's what I have. Okay, yeah, here. For example, you can go to you see, it changed. It's not. You can share it to my tools. You go to my tools.
add
You
new
see my
media.
tools
Okay.
there? Add media, and then
Oh,
you can go to. I was trying to. You go to a website. And you can enter, for example, any link there. In this case, let's see. Let me see what I can
yeah.
put there.
Or even just go ahead and have already copied it off your website
Yes,
off my phone, and then open the app, and then you just paste it right there.
correct. Get it, correct. You can paste anything there. Let me find a link that I can. Okay, let me see. I think I just got off the. Oh yeah, I got off. Okay, let me see. See to the channel. Oh, here is the video that we are having now. Oh, there is a delay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, remember this. All right. Let's suppose that you want to share the business presentation. Here is an example.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I copy the link. Yeah, and then I could put it in the app.
and just flip it over. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I forgot that in my phone. I cannot put it here. I have to copy too from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I put it in the app where it said the URL, and then that's the video that you're gonna see.
Well, I can see why I looked over because I got on the app and scrolled down to the bottom looking, and it's right at the very top.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Let me do something here because I want to show. Uh, oh, it's not sharing my phone again. Okay. All right. But legacymakers.com. Okay. For example, I just put a legacymakers.com there. Let me see what we see. Okay. Okay, it's downloading right now. I don't know I don't remember how long it takes, but you can put any link there, and that's where it's going to be there. That right now is still loading.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Okay, doesn't matter. We have to wait. I don't know how long it's going to take.
So, George,
Yeah, go
on
ahead.
the PSV, does that include your own personal volume plus your customers?
No, PSB, yeah, PSB is customers and your own personal volume. Yeah, because customer volume, no brand ambassador. Customer volume is your customer volume is considered PSV too.
Okay.
Mhm.
And that would include the people you sponsor.
Yes.
Okay. So everything.
No. Yeah, the people that you personal sponsor too. That's right, personal sponsor.
Yeah,
Okay.
just on your level one.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know what happened and why I cannot get out of my sharing now. All right. George, the jungle. It's not working. Yeah, it's freeze. Everything's freezing right now. Okay. Okay, what the heck? I cannot move anything anywhere. Oh, now it does. Okay, now welcome again. All right. But yeah, that new tool is so cool. The things that you can do with the app is amazing. And yeah, because before we used to share videos, we say, "Oh, well, that presentation Monday was amazing. I'm going to share it," but you didn't know if the people open it or not.
Yeah.
Now you through the app, you can do it.
That's what I like, especially the landing page. So if they're looking at that, especially full view, then you know their interest is higher for sure.
Yes, there's something else. We have a number in our team number that when you enter that number, everything that we publish, you are going to see it. It's just that right now I'm playing with it.
Okay, because I saw where it asking about the team number, and I didn't know if that was personal team or what that was.
Yes, there's a link that when you enter that number, everything, every PDF that we create, etc. Right now, the value is not going to be as big, but when they introduce the desktop part, there's something that they're working on the desktop that's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. But anyway, any other questions?
Nope, I'm good.
Excellent presentation.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And as you see the number, anything that has to do with the Payplan, make sure you can ask me and we do. But this is the basic. I mean, other Payplans, by the way, make sense. Like Mary Kay, for example, you don't have to know exactly how to qualify to the higher ranks, and you have to have certain strategy, etc. Here, by doing the basics, help them to bring two, and now three is even faster. Bring three and help them to bring three. You just go through every rank all the way to the super golden triple diamond, whatever it's called, the highest position that nobody's there yet because we are still too new. By the way, when somebody get to that high position, it's probably making around $10 million a year.
Kabooms.
It's interesting. But anyway, any questions? This is the time to ask. Any questions about the pay plan, of the numbers, or anything?
No.
I will stop there.
I've got to play with the app. I downloaded my contacts. In the way I had people in, I would have their name, 3, all in capital, backslash, and then where I met them at. And when I did that, it only downloaded 2 customers. When I go in and do search on the app to pull up everybody that I may have sent stuff to earlier, it only pulls up 2 people out of about 150 or so. So I know talking to Johnny with Frida's group, he was saying maybe go in there and just change all your contacts to the numeral 3 and maybe put a space and try it on one first and then go through your phone and do that and then
Right.
reload them or something. But
Yeah,
some plan to play with a little bit.
Yeah, we are going to go a little more through the app in the next couple of weeks. On Monday, I'm going to retouch on that, but I'm going to do a whole training on the app and the basics, how to prospect people, because that's the main reason of the app, definitely. And I'm super excited that the desktop form that they're working on, I'm part of the test, and it's really cool because
good.
it has some things that you cannot do in the phone because size is.
Yeah.
But most of the things 90% you can do it on the phone. It's really cool.
Yeah.
But that's something that they are going to be releasing. JJ told me probably around March because it's a big project that they're doing there.
I bet.
Now this app is also they've been adding features all these next 30 days. They're going to keep adding big features, more videos, etc.
Yeah, because it's definitely got a lot of layers to it.
Okay. All right. Anybody? Well, okay. Yeah. And ready for Christmas, as you see. And I'm wearing my sweater because just knowing that it's cold outside make me even colder. Although this room is although now it's better. And it's raining outside. If we have 7, 8 degrees less, would be snowing.
Mm.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, Kimberly, you want to say something?
Me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because you just unmute yourself.
Yes. I sent you a text and I just wanted to say thank you. That's all.
Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. All right. Well, let's talk later. And thank you for being everybody here. And I talk to you later. Thanks.
All
Have an
right.
amazing day.
Thanks, George. Great.
Bye.